Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I want to start giving all honor, glory, and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. That one for our apostles, it is a great millstone. We will teach you on sound doctrine. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. But the Lord have mercy on these last days, man. All right, it's your brother HAQADASH representing the GMS branch here in Cleveland. We're all willing to bring out a quick and edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah. All right. So let me just make sure the sound is good. All right. Hey, the title of this lesson is "There's a Way Out for the Escaped." All right, and what I mean through the spirit about the escape, who the escaped are the individuals who first and foremost, let me share the screen, have escaped mentally. All right, from the mindset of an Edomite. Okay, from the mindset of an Edomite, because the way the people think in this world is the way of the enemy. All right, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, the way the mindset of the world. When I mean world, I'm talking about Israel, and therefore the entire globe thinks like this because Israel thinks like this. Okay, and they think like an Edomite. They think like a low. They think low. They think base. Okay, they're because Esau is the basis of men, meaning he's the bottom. He's the lowest you can get of as a living as a person, or as a I don't want to say human being, but as one who walks the earth. All right, in the form of man. Okay, he's the lowest there is, and our people have been shaped to think like this Edomite man. He's trained and trained and trained our families throughout the generations of and throughout the years on how to think like him. Matter of fact, even worse than him. I saw a video earlier of an Edomite schooling a Keisha, all right, schooling an Israelite woman on the concept of reality. And what I mean by that is the concept of reality when it comes to a man and a woman. Okay, this Edomite woman schooled her. All right, what appears to be an Edomite. So again, the title going back to "There's a Way Out for the Escape," because the Lord, what He's going to do is He's going to protect those, and He's going to make a way to escape danger and perils, meaning dangers, in that time for the escaped. And the ones who are escaped are the ones who have came out of Babylon mentally. Okay, because when you come out of Babylon mentally, that means you've escaped. All right, serving another god. Okay, you've escaped and you put off the old man. You put off the flesh. The flesh is tied to the gods of this society, the gods of this world, the philosophies and the doctrines. That is another mind. That is a way that is not of Yahawah, YAHWASHI. Matter of fact, I can tell you in Wisdom of Solomon too that way is contrary, clean contrary to Yahawah, YAHWASHI. So the escape are the ones who escaped mentally first. All right. Let's start with that. Jeremiah 51. These are the ones that have escaped mentally. All right. Because your mind is connected to your soul and spirit. Okay. As a man thinketh, so is he. Okay. What you eat is what you become. And we eat in our mind too. Okay. We eat in our mind as well. Matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. We eat in our mind as well. Okay. This is Job. Let's see. Let me see if I believe. No, we're gonna come back. What is it, Job? Is it Job 37? Let me see. Bear with me. see, Salakia. I know it's one of these. It's Job. I bring it out a few times, but sometimes it slip my mind too. You know, these bodies is weak as hell. Go back, Job 34. Yeah, Job 34 and 3. It says, I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "Hear my words, O ye wise men, and give ear unto me, yea, that have knowledge. For the ear trieth words, as the mouth tasteth meat." Right. So um the mind eats. Okay, the mind eats, and what it pushes out is what it ate. Yahushua says, "Not what goes into a man, but what comes out." Okay, because that what comes out of you displays the countenance and the essence that you vibrate in. Okay, so we're looking to vibrate in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's essence. Okay, that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to vibrate in Him. Okay, so let me hold that. I'm gonna hold that, Job. Hold on. I'm gonna hold that, Job 36. And let me go to the verse I was going to, Jeremiah. Because believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, you are yet still in captivity. You are still captive. You are still shackled to this to the slave master. All right, it's more mental than anything. Now, in the scriptures, talk about give me any plague but the plague of the mind, and our people have been plagued with the plague of the mind. When you go into uh, uh, when you go into what is it? Crazy. I used to often bring this out. Crazy. It goes into being sickly, disease, sickly, broken, impaired, full of cracks or flaws. You see, deranged, deranged. It says what? Of unsound mind or behaving as so. So our people are crazy. Our people are deranged. Okay, they're broken. They're impaired. They're full of cracks and flaws. They're right. They're broken cisterns that can hold no water. They can't hold the living water; it just flow out of them. Okay, not as in a flaw, meaning cracked. They're impaired. That's why Yahweh talks about in Jeremiah 30, He's going to heal us. He's going to restore us to health. He's going to heal us of our wounds. You see, He patched us up, and it started from us departing from the mindset of the world, because the world dwells in darkness. You see, so we have to come out of that way in the Lord, because we come out of that way through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, we are that number. He's going to make a way, and He's going to guide us. He's going to guide us, okay, unto everlasting life, which is everlasting life, and also salvation. Okay, but it starts in the mind first. We have to first come out of this mindset of a Babylonian. This is Jeremiah 51:1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. So the context is Babylon, right? Let's jump down to 6. It says, so the Lord is going to bring a destroying wind. All right, you see the rumors of wars from North Korea and South Korea. The U.S. military was just performing drills, and now they're talking about North Korea has shot off, missiles. You know what I'm saying? So there's tension in the air. Okay, we already know what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, and so forth. But you also have Iran and Israel. Missiles were shot over there, and so forth. Man, there's a lot of tension in the air. The MOTB must first be implemented, and that must be the way of life. All right, first before WW3. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Verse 6, Jeremiah 51:6. Be not cut off in her iniquity. See, so we supposed to flee out of Babylon. Is this talking about literally? No, this is talking about mentally. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Put off from being a Babylonian and trusting in Egypt. All right, to trusting in Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. So this is the time we're in right now. We're in the time of the Lord's vengeance. So the ones that think like a Babylonian are going to be destroyed, like with the Babylonians. he will render unto her a recompense. Okay, so the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is about to bring great judgment unto the earth. Okay, Second Peter, real quick. Go to the second chapter. Let's jump down to the point. The Second Peter 2, because it also goes into the destruction of Babylon. He's comparing it to what? As Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It said, let me read verse 6 and jump down. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes and condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example, you see, unto those what? That should live ungodly. Okay, so when you jump down to the 18th verse, it says, for when they speak great, when they speak great swelling words of vanity, right? So I can't bear with me. So I must read that again. This is 2 Peter 2:18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. You see, and this is who the Lord is coming back from. Back to. He's coming to save those that were clean, escape from those who live in error. The people in this society, they live in error. Error is something that is office course. All right, when there's an error on your computer, that means there's something wrong with the hard drive. Something's wrong with the connection. Okay, whether it's the laptop itself, whether it's the connection with the charging port, the data, the hard drive, they call it the motherboard, the system, whatever. It says those that were clean escape from them who live in error. Hold on, bear with me. Salakia. You see? So it says those that were clean escape from them who live in error. And this is who Yahawah is coming back for. You see, because they realize he's giving them understanding to realize what's actually going on in the world. So now they can escape. So the ones that have the mindset of Yahawah, let's go here to Job 36:2. Suffer me little, and I will show thee that I have yet to speak on the Most High's behalf. I will fetch my knowledge from afar and will ascribe righteousness to my Maker. For truly my word should not be false. He that is perfect in knowledge is with thee. Behold, the Most High is mighty and despiseth not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. He preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. You see, he withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. And if they be bound in fetters, right, chains, right. Matter of fact, let's see what that word fetters goes into. It says spark, fireband, flaming arrow. It says chained. You see, a bond, a chain. So fetters, a chain. All right, shall bind the what? Fetters of iron, chains of iron. It says, and if they be bound in fetters and be holding the cords of affliction, then he showeth them their work and their transgressions that they have exceeded. You see, so he openeth also their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity. And that's who Yahweh Yahushua is coming to save, those who have returned from iniquity. All right, because we are bound. We are chained, man. Okay, we're still chained to to our oppressor. Okay, you don't see him physically, you see him mentally now. Okay, now and then it's going to go back to the physical because they see that we're starting to wake up. Okay, meaning we escaped the way he taught us how to think. Okay, now we become a threat to his society. Now we become a threat to his agenda and his plots and everything he has set up. You see? And that's who YAHAWASHI is coming to gather. He's coming to gather what? And those who look like him, those who think like him. That mark of exemption in Ezekiel 9:4. Those are the ones who have the mindset of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay? That's why Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI said, I pray not to take them not out the world in John 17, but that you keep them from the evils to come. Roughly paraphrasing, because it's a must, it's a necessary evil that the elect go through these things, okay, for the final state of the purging. But just to prove to you that we are still in captivity, we are still subject to payments. Okay, when anytime you're a subject, the scriptures talk about uh um uh the lender and the buyer, right? Or the lender, the ones who are subject to payments, or the ones who are being, the ones who are that borrow, are the ones that are in captivity. Okay, the scriptures talk about that. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but the scriptures talk about those who lend. That's why the scriptures talk about also in Deuteronomy 28, thou shalt not lend to him thee. Stop. The scripture talking about Deuteronomy 28. Thou should not thou should be the tail and not the head. Okay. Thou should lend to thee. All right, you should be the borrower. Thou should lend to thee. They're gonna lend to us. We're gonna be the borrowers because we're in captivity. We're subject to payments. We pull out a driver license when we get pulled over. We have a social security card. We have a number attached to us. Okay, etc., etc., etc. So we had to escape this concept of life, even though we are still bound to society in terms of payments and the way we can move. But it started with our mind so that Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI can what eventually take us completely out the state that we're in completely. You see, when you go to Isaiah 61, what happened? Oh, Salakia. Shalom to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, tuning in. This is Isaiah 61. And 1, because this is the gospel right here. This is what the gospel entails. It says exaltation of the afflicted. All right. If you're being afflicted, that means you're under subjection. Okay. All right. Or some type of whoever's doing the afflicting on you, they have rule over you. Okay. It says Isaiah 61:1, the spirit of Yahweh YAHWASHI is upon me, because Yahweh have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. Right. This is who the Lord is coming back for. The meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty. Liberty is freedom to the captives, meaning we are still in captivity. In the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh YAHWASHI, in the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Why are we're still mourning? We're still mourning as a people, man. The earth is mourning, the sea mourning, the people mourning, the trees mourning, because the wicked bear rule. It says, verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. You see, this is the gospel. This is the gospel. We're proclaiming liberty to the captives, because we're still in captivity. We're still held bound by a king that is not ours. Okay, for the moment, so that prophecy can be fulfilled. When you go to Second Esdras 2, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking of something else. Second Esdras 13:23. It says, he that shall endure the peril in that time have kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. See that it says, he that shall endure the peril in that time. The peril are the dangers. Peril meaning dangerous. All right, he that shall endure the perils in that time have kept himself. Why? Because we are able to keep ourselves by the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding bestowed upon us, that gift that was given unto us, which allows us to activate our faith and hope in Yahawah Yahawashai. You see? Because we escaped out of the mindset and the ways of the world, the philosophies and doctrines we once were attached to. Okay? And that's how we're going to be able to escape. Okay, the Lord is going to make a way for those who have escaped mentally, man. Okay. Let me go to Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahawah Yahawashai from the west, and the glory of the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Most High shall lift up a standard against him. Right? Because when you go into that word standard, all right. Matter of fact, let me start at 15. True felleth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. You see, because we departed from evil, we departed from the concepts of the society. Our mindset have departed from evil, the wicked ways. Okay, and we make ourselves a prey. So because of that, we make ourselves a prey. They're gonna come up. They're gonna come down on us. They're gonna put some of us in shackles and behead some of us. Man, you see what's going on with Trump? What he's talking about when he get into office. That's why we believe with the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahawashai. We got some more years to go, man, because he's pushing that. Sleepy Joe's not pushing that. And we know that that's going to have to come in Babylon the Great, the beheading of some of the prophets, all right, or who uphold the way of truth. So that's by default we see that through the Spirit we have a couple years left in this place, man. It says, and Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment, and he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore, his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness is sustained him. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and an helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. The Lord is becoming, he's bringing vengeance. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shah from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, right, from east to west. Sun's rise in the east, sets in the west. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh, Yahweh Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression. And Jacob said, the Lord. You see, this is the Lord going to come. A standard meaning what? A way to escape. When you go into this word, might as well get it. You go into the word standard. It says, flee, escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly. All right. To cause to disappear, hide. Yahweh Shah is going to make a way for those who escaped, all right, from the mindset of the wicked one. He's gonna fight for you, as it says in Exodus 14:14. Hold thy peace, the Lord shall fight for you. Okay. What I was about to get. Oh, going back to 2nd Esdras 9. And 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in the land within borders, for I have sanctified them from for me from the beginning. You see, that's who's going to be able to escape. The ones who are preserved from the pearls and going to see the salvation, meaning deliverance, are the ones that have the faith in the works, and you have the faith in the works because the people in this society don't believe in the Lord. Therefore, they don't have faith in the Most High. All right, because they don't know the Most High. You can't. You don't have people. You don't have faith in something that you're not familiar with. Okay, you have faith in your business. You have faith that you're gonna one day own a cooking business because you're a good cook. You're learning how to cook. You have faith that you're gonna be a black belt because you're training in jiu-jitsu or whatever you're training in. You believe you're gonna get the belt because you're dedicated to your craft, your training, etc., etc. We have faith in YAHAWASHI. One, because we have faith in what His word is. We have faith that is true, and two, because we're dedicating ourselves to it, man. So therefore, we have faith that the reward is going to be there. We have faith that we're going to be delivered because we're putting in the work. Because we was able to escape the mind that's contrary to this, man. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna close with Sirach 34. One of my favorite chapters I bring out often. I was watching the brother Mashal earlier. He actually went into this one of the verses in here. All right, this is Sirach 34, and this is Sirach 34. Let's start at 8. The law shall be found perfect without lies, and wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth. See, the faithful, the ones that are truly faithful, wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth. You see, wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth. So over time, which is we're about to read, we're about to go into, that wisdom becomes perfected to the sincere and the contrite at heart. You see? So therefore, the Lord is going to save you because the whole time you were pushing Him, you were for Him. A man that have traveled know of many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. You see, again, going back to the title of the lesson, there is a way out for the escape. You see, because the escaped are the ones that dwell in wisdom. They perfected wisdom from the things that they spew out of their mouth, from the things that they speak out of their mouth. Okay, the scripture talk about there was no guile found in them, meaning there was no deceit found in their lips, in their tongue. They were pure as we can get in this form. This is a man that have traveled, know of many things, right? Because he's seen a lot. He's been through a lot. Look, he that have much experience will declare wisdom, right? And that's what's gonna in that time, talking about Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of our time. Lord willing, we are a part of that because we're going to declare the wisdom. That's why it's important right now to get the spiritual training. Because it just said, he that have traveled know of many things, he that have much experience will declare wisdom. So we have a lot of experience in the spirit right now. We're going through different battles, different thoughts and different mindsets we have to combat the evil left hand spirits day in and day out, man. From brothers to family to the truth is in itself. You might think you're not a man of the Lord. It's that, bro. These are battles and thoughts that plague the men of the Lord daily. How much more how society puts us down, and you got the nigga woman in your ear telling you ain't shit. And bro, the Israelite man is the most beat up man in society, man. But yet we still stand. Maya Angelou had that poem, "Still I Rise," or roughly how whatever she said, "Still I Rise," I believe. But how much more the Israelite man? It says, "He that have much experience will declare wisdom." So in that time, we're willing from the spiritual experience that we're gaining now, we're gonna be able to activate that and use that in society when we're gonna need it the most, because we have the experience now. Therefore, we're going to be able to use wisdom. Wisdom is being able to maneuver. Wisdom is the light. Psalms 119 and 105. Thy laws, and commandments. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I don't want to butcher that. Psalms 119. Then we're gonna close out after we read that, finish that off. 105. It says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." You see, so the word is going to guide us during those dark times. It's going to be darker than society itself. Okay, and it's going to guide us, and it's going to be a light unto our path. Okay, we're going to be able to declare wisdom in that day. We're going to be able to maneuver and be smart about the decisions we make. All right, that can cost us our life or cost us having faith or whatever, man. You know, you're gonna have to have. You're gonna wisdom is gonna be a high commodity in that day. That's why 7 women should take hold of one man, not just any man, an Israelite man that knows what's going on, that's being covered and sheltered by the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, man. Wisdom is gonna be like gold in that day. That's why the scriptures say he's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. You see, Ecclesiastes 8, wisdom maketh a man face to shine. He's going to glow in that day, even in the midst of darkness, man. It says, he that have no experience know of little. So if you don't have the spiritual experience, how are you going to be able to apply the spiritual wisdom when you need it the most? During Jacob's trouble, during famine and plagues and pestilence, when you're out the comfort of your house, you're on the move as a pilgrim, as the scripture say in 2nd Esdras, you know, moving from place to place. If you don't know how to pray, how are you gonna be able to pray then? If you're not gaining spiritual experience, you're not gonna know what to do then. It says, but he that have travel is full of prudence. When I travel, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things, because it goes back down to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It first started with us departing from society and then being trained up in the spirit so that we can escape and be delivered when we are faced with danger of death. Yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Woo! The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live. The first step to the fear of the Lord, the first step to be accepted in him is what? To believe in him. Like it says in Sirach 19, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be God, man, let me get that real quick. Let me come back to 13, verse 13. Salakia. This is Sirach 19 and 18 says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. So this is how you live. People always, Jake nigga talking about in the world, I just want to live. Well, this is how you live, man. And because Jake don't really know what it means to live. Nobody in the world has seen what it means to truly live. And we about to get ready and see that, brothers and sisters, bro. Bro, we got a couple more years in here, bro. Just hold on. We about to see, even in face death, your family get taken, you got to die, bro. There's no such thing as death, bro. You see, the ones who have wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and the ones who have the essence of YAHWASHI know, and they don't fear death, man. Because there's no such thing as death. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom in it. All wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency, man. So going back down to verse 13, Sirach 34 and 13, it says, the spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord, to whom doeth he look, and who is his strength. For the eyes of YAHWASHI are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat, and a cover from the sun at noon, because the sun at noon is at its highest peak, meaning it's the hottest of the day. So when things is at its highest form of reality, the Lord is going to shield us and cover us from that heat, cover us from the death and destruction that is to come with that heat. And the people and the family that you thought was your family that's trying to kill you, a dog-eat-dog world, the Lord is going to shield us, man. I believe that wholeheartedly, not a doubt in my mind, man. Not a doubt in my mind, the Lord is going to protect us in that day, man. A preservation from stumbling and a help from falling. He raises up the soul and lighteth the eye. He giveth health, life, and blessing. And that's all I have on today, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. The title again, there is a way out for the escape. I showed who the escape was, the ones who escaped mentally from society, the philosophies and doctrines and the ways of this life. And they push the essence of the Lord. Those are the ones the Lord is going to come and save because they have the fear, meaning what? They hope in the Lord, as we just brought out. And when they're faced with danger, as it says here in verse 12, the Lord is they're going to be delivered from the wisdom that they obtained, meaning the spirit that they obtained through YAHAWASHI, which is going to be their covering in that time. Those are the escape. And therefore, the Lord is going to make a way out for those. He's going to fight for you by any means, man. So Lord willing, this edifying again. I want to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Again, double honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone who will teach you on sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of children that the Lord will have mercy on these last days. And it's your brother Kadash, again, coming from the GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing, this edifying. Until next time, walk like a ball, shalom. Shalom. DTA.